We all dream of breaking free from the shackles of financial stress and living life on our own terms. But how do we actually make that dream a reality? Well, this video will shed light on the 10 rules you need to know to achieve early financial independence that will set you on the path to financial freedom. To ease this journey, look out to the 6th and 10th rules, which will be a game changer to your path of attaining financial independence. 1. Live below your means. All right, let's kick things off with one of the golden rules of personal finance, living below your means. This means spending less than you earn, plain and simple. It sounds simple, but it's so crucial. Think about it this way. If you're constantly spending more money than you're bringing in, you'll never get ahead. So how do you do it? Well, it all comes down to budgeting. First off, track your expenses. I'm talking about everything, from your rent or mortgage to your morning coffee habit. Once you know where your money's going, you can start making smarter choices. Look for areas where you can cut back without sacrificing your happiness. Maybe it's eating out less or canceling that subscription you never use. Remember, it's not about depriving yourself. It's about prioritizing what's truly important to you. Next, set a budget and stick to it. This means giving every dollar a job. Allocate a certain amount for necessities like housing, groceries, and utilities, then divvy up the rest for savings, debt payments, and yes, a little fun money too. Cutting back on expenses and living below your means doesn't mean you have to live like a hermit or deprive yourself of all the things that bring you joy. Instead, focus on practicing mindful spending. Mindful spending is about aligning your spending with your values and priorities. Before making a purchase, ask yourself, is this something that truly adds value to my life? Will it bring me lasting happiness and fulfillment, or is it just a fleeting impulse? By being intentional with your spending, you can avoid wasteful purchases and redirect your money toward the things that matter most to you. One helpful strategy for practicing mindful spending is the 24-hour rule. Before making a non-essential purchase, give yourself 24 hours to think it over. This gives you time to consider whether the purchase is truly necessary and helps curb impulse buys. You'll be surprised how many unnecessary purchases you can avoid by simply taking a step back and reflecting before swiping your card. 2. Pay yourself first. Now that you've freed up some extra cash by living below your means, it's time to put that money to work for you. And the best way to do that is by paying yourself first. What does that mean? It means making saving and investing a non-negotiable part of your financial plan, right up there with paying your bills. One popular strategy for paying yourself first is setting up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings or investment accounts. Treat your savings like a monthly expense that you can't skip out on. That means that an emergency fund is non-negotiable, and taking that leap to start investing wisely is important. When it comes to having an emergency fund, life is full of surprises, and not all of them are pleasant. That's why having an emergency fund is crucial on your path to financial independence. An emergency fund acts as a safety net, providing you with a buffer to handle unexpected expenses like medical bills, car repairs, or sudden job loss without derailing your financial progress. And how much should you save in your emergency fund? A good rule of thumb is to aim for 3 to 6 months or 12 months worth of living expenses, but ultimately, the right amount depends on your individual circumstances. Start by building a small emergency fund of $1,000 or so, then work your way up over time. Keep your emergency fund in a liquid, accessible account like a high-yield savings account so that you can tap into it quickly when needed. And at the same time, your money gets to grow due to the higher interest rate offered by high-yield savings account compared to the traditional bank savings account. Another way of paying yourself is investing. All right, so you're living below your means and have created an emergency fund. Now what? It's time to put your money to work in the market by investing it. Investing is one of the most powerful tools for building wealth over the long term, but it can also be intimidating, especially for beginners. The key to successful investing is to keep it simple and stick to the basics. Start by maxing out tax-advantaged retirement accounts like your 401k or IRA. These accounts offer significant tax benefits and can supercharge your retirement savings over time. Next, consider investing in low-cost index funds or exchange-traded funds, ETFs, that give you broad exposure to the stock market without requiring a lot of time or expertise. Then when you've gotten a hang of the low-cost investments, then scale up and start investing in high-cost, high-return investments like stocks and real estate. Investing is a long game, so stay focused on your financial independence goals. Tune out the market's noise and avoid making emotional decisions based on short-term fluctuations. Over time, the power of compound interest will work its magic, and you'll be well on your way to financial independence. 3. Increase your income strategically. All right, we've covered spending, saving. Now let's talk about the other side of the equation, income. At the end of the day, there are only two ways to achieve financial independence: spend less or earn more. And while cutting expenses is important, there's a limit to how much you can trim. That's where increasing your income comes in. Now, I'm not saying you need to hustle 24/7 or sacrifice your work-life balance to make more money. But a little strategic thinking can go a long way. Start by maximizing your earning potential in your current job. That might mean asking for a raise, seeking out promotions or bonuses, or investing in additional training or education to level up your skills. If you're feeling ambitious, consider starting a side hustle or freelancing gig to bring in some extra cash. Thanks to the internet, there are endless opportunities out there, whether you're a whiz at graphic design, coding, or even dog walking. And hey, who knows? Your side hustle might just turn into a full-fledged business down the road. And finally, don't forget about passive income streams. This could be anything from rental properties to dividend-paying stocks to royalties from a book or invention. The beauty of passive income is that it keeps flowing in, even when you're not actively working. So start thinking outside the box and explore ways to diversify your income streams. 4. Invest in yourself by continuously educating yourself. While we've talked a lot about saving and investing money, it's equally important to invest in yourself. Your greatest asset is not your bank account or investment portfolio, it's your knowledge, skills, and abilities. By investing in yourself, you can increase your earning potential, open up new opportunities, and ultimately accelerate your journey towards financial independence. Investing in yourself can take many forms. One important form is never to stop learning. The world of personal finance is constantly evolving, and staying informed is key to staying on track toward financial independence. Take advantage of resources like books, podcasts, and online courses to deepen your knowledge and skills. But don't just consume information passively. Put it into action, as the returns on investing in yourself can be exponential. Experiment with different savings and investment strategies, track your progress, and adjust the course as needed. By continuously improving and developing your skills, you'll become more valuable in the marketplace and command higher salaries or opportunities for advancement. So don't hesitate to invest time and resources in your own growth and development. It's one of the best investments you can make. And most importantly, surround yourself with like-minded individuals who can support and inspire you on your journey. 5. Avoid debt like the plague. Now, don't get me wrong, not all debt is created equal. Mortgage, for example, is often considered good debt because it can help you build wealth through owning real estate. But when it comes to things like credit card debt or high-interest loans, that's a different story when misused. Here's the thing about debt. It can seriously derail your journey to financial independence. Not only are you paying extra money in interest, but you're also tying up your future earnings. Think about it. Every dollar you spend on debt payments is a dollar you can't put towards your savings or investments. So, how do you avoid falling into the debt trap? First off, live within or below your means. If you can't afford to pay for something in cash, think twice before swiping that credit card. And if you do need to borrow money, make sure you're getting the best possible terms. Shop around for the lowest interest rates and read the fine print before signing on the dotted line. Oh, and once you do start chipping away at your debt, stay focused. Consider using the snowball or avalanche method to tackle your balances strategically. With the debt snowball method, you focus on paying off your smallest debts first while making minimum payments on larger debts. As you eliminate each debt, you roll the payments you are making into the next smallest debt, creating momentum like a snowball rolling downhill. On the other hand, the debt avalanche method prioritizes debts with the highest interest rates first. By tackling high-interest debts up front, you minimize the amount of interest you'll pay over time and potentially pay off your debts faster. Whichever method you choose, the key is to stay committed and consistent. Allocate as much extra money as you can towards debt repayment each month while still meeting your other financial obligations. As you chip away at your debts, you'll free up more cash flow to accelerate your journey towards financial independence. Trust me, the feeling of being debt-free is totally worth the sacrifice. 6. Protect your assets with insurance. As you build wealth and work towards financial independence, it's crucial to protect your assets against unforeseen risks. That's where insurance comes in. Insurance provides a safety net, helping you mitigate the financial impact of events like illness, injury, or property damage. Start by ensuring you have adequate health insurance coverage to protect against medical expenses. If you're employed, you may have access to employer-sponsored health insurance, but if not, you'll need to explore options like private health insurance or coverage through the Affordable Care Act marketplace. Next, consider other types of insurance to protect your assets and income. This may include auto insurance, homeowners or renters insurance, disability insurance, and life insurance depending on your individual circumstances. While insurance premiums may seem like an additional expense, think of them as an investment in protecting your financial well-being. Without adequate insurance coverage, a single unexpected event could wipe out years of hard work and set you back on your path to financial independence. So don't skimp on insurance. View it as a critical piece of your overall financial plan. 7. Leverage the power of compounding. One of the most potent weapons on your journey to financial independence is the power of compounding. Compounding is the process whereby your money earns returns, and those returns in turn earn returns, creating a snowball effect that can exponentially grow your wealth over time. The key to unlocking the full potential of compounding is time and patience. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to compound and grow. However, even if you're starting later in life, like at age 35 or beyond, it's never too late to harness the power of compounding to your advantage. Let's illustrate this with an example. Say you start investing $500 per month at age 35 and continue to do so until you retire at age 65. Assuming an average annual return of 7%, your initial investment of $180,000 over 30 years would grow to over $570,000 thanks to the power of compounding. Now, let's say you waited another 10 years to start investing and didn't begin until age 45. You invest the same $500 per month at the same 7% return until age 65. Despite starting with the same monthly contribution and investing for the same amount of time, 20 years, your portfolio would only grow to around $250,000, less than half of what it would have been if you started 10 years earlier. This example illustrates the importance of starting early and being patient when it comes to investing. Even if you're playing catch-up and starting later in life, consistent contributions and a long-term perspective can still yield significant results thanks to the power of compounding. So don't get discouraged if you're starting later in life. Focus on what you can control, consistently investing what you can afford, staying disciplined with your savings and investment strategy, and giving your investments time to grow. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is wealth. With patience, persistence, and a long-term vision, you can still achieve financial independence and secure a comfortable retirement for yourself. 8. Continuously monitor and adjust your budget. Creating a budget is just the first step. Continuously monitoring and adjusting it is what will keep you on track towards financial independence. Life is dynamic, and your financial situation will evolve over time. That's why it's crucial to regularly review your budget, track your expenses, and make adjustments as needed. Set aside time each month to review your spending and compare it to your budget. Are you staying within your allocated limits for each category? Are there areas where you consistently overspend? By identifying patterns and areas for improvement, you can make proactive changes to your budget to better align with your financial goals. Be flexible and willing to make trade-offs. If you find that you're consistently overspending in one category, consider reallocating funds from another area or finding ways to reduce expenses altogether. The goal is to find a balance that allows you to live comfortably while still making progress towards financial independence. 9. Set clear and achievable goals. Setting clear and achievable goals is crucial for staying motivated and focused on your path to financial independence. Take the time to define what financial independence means to you. Is it retiring early, starting your own business, traveling the world, or simply having the freedom to pursue your passions without worrying about money? Once you've identified your goals, break them down into smaller, actionable steps. Create a timeline for achieving each goal and establish milestones along the way to track your progress. By breaking your goals down into manageable chunks, you'll make them feel more attainable and stay motivated to keep pushing forward. Be specific with your goals and make them measurable. Instead of saying, "I want to save more money," say, "I need to save $10,000 for a down payment on a house within the next 2 years." Having a clear target will give you something concrete to work towards and make it easier to stay on track. 10. Define your own version of success. All right, friends, this is a big one. Here's the thing. Financial independence looks different for everyone. For some, it might mean retiring early and traveling the world. For others, it might mean starting a business, pursuing a passion project, or simply having the freedom to spend more time with loved ones. The point is, there's no one-size-fits-all definition of success. It's up to you to decide what truly matters most in your life and design your financial strategy accordingly. So, take some time to reflect on your values, goals, and dreams. What does financial independence mean to you? What are you willing to sacrifice, and what are you not? Once you have a clear vision of your version of success, you can create a plan that aligns with your priorities and brings you closer to your dreams. This is your journey, so own it and make it uniquely yours.